Hello, second grade. Happy Thursday. First of all, good job on your topic 14 math test yesterday. Today we are moving on to our final topic for second grade. The next topic after this that we will start is going to be a step up to third grade. So it's short little preview of some math that you can expect next year when you are in third grade. Um, so this topic is going to be all about shapes, 2D shapes and 3D shapes. So today we are going to start with two-dimensional or 2D shapes. And so today you should be able to say, I can recognize shapes by how they look. And so we're going to focus on three vocabulary words today, and I'm going to type them into this box. And I have examples of student work to go along with the question that you're being asked. So I will pull that up shortly. But in here, I want to show you the three words that we're going to focus on. So the first one is sides. The second one is vertices, and the next word is angle. These are the three words that you're going to see over and over and over and over again today. So sides are basically just the lines of the shape, the lines that make the shape. Okay? The vertices are the points where the sides touch, okay? And the angle are two sides and their vertices. Okay? Another word that we're going to be seeing a lot of today is a closed shape. So I'm going to do my best right now to draw you a triangle. I'm going to draw a right triangle. Okay? A right triangle has a 90-degree angle. Okay? When we see closed shape, it means every side touches. There's no opening here. This is not a closed shape. We do not want this. This is not a full shape because their sides do not touch to form a vertex. So our Sullivan chair says to us, draw some closed plane shapes that have three vertices. So this would be an example right here. This right triangle would be an example of a closed plane shape. It's flat. That's what makes it a plane shape. It's closed because all of the sides touch, and it has three vertices. One, two, three. Okay. What is the name of the shape that I just created? Hopefully, you all said triangle, and I did mention that as I was drawing it to you. So is this the correct name for the shape that you made? Is this really a triangle? And the really cool thing about the word triangle is that the word tri means three, three angle, three angle. Okay, maybe you used to have a tricycle when you were little. Well, tri means three, so tricycle is a bike with three wheels. So triangle is a shape with three angle. So I want to show you some examples here of student work. So we have Rebecca and Sean. So Rebecca drew 3 triangles. They're not perfect, which is just fine because not all of our work can be perfect at all times. And our question was, draw some closed plane shapes that have 3 vertices. Remember, our vertices are these points here where the sides touch. And if I look at all of her shapes, each one has 3 vertices, 3 points where the sides come together. She named them triangle. Okay? She is correct. Now let's go down to Sean's work and see what happened here with Sean. Okay? They wanted closed plane shape, which he has. Okay? All of the sides touch, so that's a closed shape. They're all flat, which makes them plane shapes, 2-dimensional. Okay? And he has one shape that has 3 vertices, a triangle. But then he has a shape that has 1, 2, 3, 4 vertices. Well, a shape that has 4 vertices cannot be 3 vertices, right? That doesn't make sense. And same thing here. He has 4 vertices. Well, that can't be right. So that's why Rebecca's work is correct. Now, for today's math, we're going to not just focus on triangles, squares, rectangles. We're actually going to be working with some shapes that you're familiar with, but maybe haven't used a whole ton. Instead of calling them squares or rectangles, we are going to use the word quadrilateral. And then we're going to be working with pentagons and hexagons. So I want you to listen to this video, and then we'll get started on a couple of the problems together.
In this lesson, we will identify some shapes by finding how many sides, vertices, and angles each shape has. Look at these shapes. Do you already know the names of some shapes? Some of the shapes are triangles. Look at the shapes that are triangles. How are the triangles all alike?
Well, remember we said that we were going to be focusing on 3 things today. Vertices, the points where the shapes come together, how many sides each shape has, and how many angles.
The triangles all have 3 sides. The triangles all have 3 vertices. The triangles all have 3 angles. Why is the red shape not a triangle?
Well, it has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 sides. It has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6 vertices, and it has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 angles. So it cannot be a triangle.
The red shape has 6 sides. Triangles have exactly 3 sides. Look at the shapes. Some of them are quadrilaterals and some are not. See if you can tell which ones are quadrilaterals.
I'll give you a clue. Quad means 4, just like tri meant 3. Quad means 4. So before I click play again, I want you to see if you could point to the shapes that have 4 sides, 4 vertices, 4 angles.
Look at the shapes that are quadrilaterals. How are the quadrilaterals all alike? The quadrilaterals all have four sides. The quadrilaterals all have four vertices. The quadrilaterals all have four angles. Look at the shapes. Some of them are pentagons, and some are not. See if you can tell which ones are pentagons.
Penta means 5. Tri means 3. Quad means 4. Penta means 5. See if you can pick out the shapes with 5 sides, 5 angles, and 5 vertices.
Look at the shapes that are pentagons. How are the pentagons all alike? The pentagons all have 5 sides. The pentagons all have 5 vertices. The pentagons all have 5 angles. Look at the shapes. Some of them are hexagons, and some are not. See if you can tell which ones are hexagons.
Hexa means 6. So we're looking for shapes that have 6 sides, 6 vertices, and 6 angles.
Look at the shapes that are hexagons. How are the hexagons all alike? The hexagons all have 6 sides. The hexagons all have 6 vertices. The hexagons all have 6 angles. Can a shape that is a triangle also be a quadrilateral? What about a hexagon? Think about these questions as you do the activity that comes next.
All right, let's try it. So they want us to sort the shapes. So let's start with this one. Is this one a shape? Hopefully you answered no, because it's missing that bottom side. Here's another shape. This is the start of a 3D shape. This is the start of a cylinder, but it's missing its bottom. But we're working with 2D flat shapes, and a cylinder is not a flat shape. But keep this in mind because we will be using this later on in this topic. We know what this is, a triangle. Okay. Let's look here. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This is the shape of a stop sign, which is an octagon. Octa means 8, so it is 8 sides. We only have 3, 4, 5, and 6 sides, so we have to leave this one here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hexa means 6. This is a 3D shape. That's a cube. That stays over here, but we will need this later on. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is a quadrilateral. Quad means 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Penta means 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Penta means 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Quad means 4. All right, so if we go back to your math packet, I believe your packet is yellow, and mine it's showing up green, but yours is the yellow part of the packet. Up at the top, it gives you a nice chart that shows you triangles, quadrilaterals, pentagons, and hexagons. It shows you examples, how many sides and how many vertices. And then it also shows you shapes that are not triangles, are not quadrilaterals, or not pentagons, or not hexagons. Okay? You can skip, I know this is the kiddo's favorite part of math, you can skip the do you understand box for today. And so what you're going to do is starting with number 1, they give you 4 shapes and the names of 4 shapes. They've done the first one for you. They've done quadrilateral. They've taken that and drawn a line to quadrilateral. So now you're going to count the sides of the rest of the shapes and match them up. I'll help you with the first one. Triangle, right? And then we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I know 6 sides is hexagon, which hopefully means this is a pentagon. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, which it is. Now again, because my silly math book won't scroll down, I did, however, get to look. Number 3 is going to be a shape with 4 sides, and number 5 is a shape with 5 sides, I believe, if I remember correctly. And they are asking you, I'm going to turn the page because you're going to see it's similar to this next part. You're going to have to write down how many sides and how many vertices on a shape that they give you. Of course, it's going to take forever to load. But if a shape has 4 sides, as long as it's a flat, closed 2D shape, if it has 4 sides, it will also have 4 angles or 4 vertices. Okay. If it's 5 sides, then it will have 5 sides, 5 angles, and 5 vertices. So that should be a little bit helpful to you. I'm experiencing some technical issues here on Pearson. So I'm going to stop the video now. If you have any questions while you're working, please do not hesitate to reach out. We'll be more than happy to help. Good luck.